and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Last week I talked about the English proficiency exam, particularly the IELTS and PTE, and today I'll be talking about one of the big things that you should prepare for in your applications, which is the statement of purpose. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So when I was preparing for my SOP, I had to do a number of revisions. Well, we have to be really thorough because this is what they'll read to determine if my visa application will get approved or not. And initially, I made a very long version of my SOP because my agent advised that it will be easier to shorten it afterwards. I think my first statement of purpose was about 10 pages long, excluding the evidence list. Then my agent made me shorten it to 3 to 5 pages afterwards. So the one that I submitted was 5 pages, I think. I found it easier to shorten it because I have already written everything in the long version anyway. And yeah, our SOP drafting lasted for more than a month. Submitted my first SOP draft to my agent on November 7th, and after a few revisions, we finalized it on December 19th that same year. And immediately after finalizing the SOP, we launched the visa. Anyway, before making the SOP, my agent gave me a list of prompts that I could follow to make an effective statement, which I used as my main guide. I also used to watch YouTube videos to gather information about other people's experiences. So, yeah. I divided my SOP to 8 sections: introduction, establishing home ties, reasons for choosing Bachelor of Nursing, reasons for choosing academic institution, reasons for choosing Australia, financial capacity, future plans, and the declarations. Now, I can't divulge exactly what I've wrote for safety and privacy reasons, obviously, but I can discuss what I included in each of the sections to help you write your own SOPs as well. So for the introductions, I wrote down basic information about myself, like for example, my full name, date of birth, current address, my family members, and where I graduated in high school. I also included my college since I studied 2 years in the Philippines. Next, on establishing home ties, I included my family, pets, friends, and you can also include your significant other in this section. This is important in order to help the assessor understand that you're not planning to stay in Australia for long because you still have people in your home country that you want to come back to. And for this part, I even included that my love language, which are acts of service and quality time, will be very difficult to give if I'm away from my loved ones for a long time. So you should really think about how studying abroad will affect your relationships and just state that in this section. Then, what's next? For the reasons for choosing my program, you would just say that why you wanted to study that program in the first place or in general. Yeah. Then next, for the reasons for choosing this academic institution, which in my case is the University of Wollongong. For this part, the information that I got from the global education fair that I attended became really, really helpful. And aside from that, I also did a lot of research on the university's website, which is the UOW website. I included the university rankings, the scholarship opportunities, organizations, what else? Accommodations, and transportation options. And after that, for the reasons for choosing Australia section, you would just have to defend why you want to study in Australia rather than in your home country or in any other countries. And I discussed 3 main points here, which is cultural diversity, insights on the practices and protocols abroad, and a healthy study life balance, which I compared to the Philippines. Then for the other countries, like for example, Canada, I just mentioned how it would be very difficult for me to constantly keep in touch with my family because of the time difference and also because of the flight length. And for the financial capacity section, I just discussed how I plan to pay for my tuition fees and living expenses. You might have to mention your source of funds, like for example, your parents' income or your savings, or your grandparents' income or savings. You could also include it, you plan on working part-time, but within the bounds of work hour limitations. For future plan section, you might want to do your research, include possible positions that you will be vying for after graduation, and include salary that you will be getting. My agent advised me to include at least 3. Then finally, for the declaration part, I stated that I am a law-abiding citizen and that I plan to continue being one even in Australia. Then acknowledge that once your student visa gets approved, you will be adhering to the terms and conditions that are stated in the student visa as well. You may also want to declare that any incorrect or deceptive information may lead to the denial of the student visa application. Basically, in this section, you're just declaring that you will be abiding to the terms of the student visa. Yeah, that's all for the different sections. I suggest that you start drafting as soon as possible because it might take you a really long time to draft and you wouldn't want to delay your student visa applications, right? I think that's it for today's video. Best of luck to you. Ingat ka lagi. Till next time. Bye!